Hi guys, JesterArke here in Conan Exiles. This will be our first episode of our little look at the game. Now, okay, just quickly, early access. Like, we're talking very early access. A lot of the content hasn't been introduced yet, and there are bugs galore. Not to mention frame rate and lag issues. If that is something that's going to piss you off, do not play the game yet. Wait until it's a bit more complete. Now, after that, I'm going to follow this up with a huge thank you to another YouTuber by the name of Stevens. I'm going to link the crap out of his page, basically for setting me up with this game. I wouldn't be able to play it yet if it wasn't for him. There will be, hopefully, links on the screen somewhere, one at the end of the video, and one's down in the description doodad. Now, adult content warning. The game does have nudity. We're talking full frontal, junk wobbling in the wind. Yeah, boobs, box, bits and pieces. I'm actually turned that off though, so you're not going to see anything. If you're here for that, you'll have to go elsewhere. Now, I mentioned on, I think it was on Twitter. It was on Twitter? Yeah, I think it was on Twitter. Mentioned it a couple of times now, I think. I'm relaxing the whole trying to be uber family friendly thing a little bit. Like, I'm not going to be cursing out every other word because that's just not me. But at the end of the day, games like this, they're adult content. If you're a little kid watching this, you probably shouldn't be. I suggest you go find one of my, more PG rated things to watch because this probably isn't something you should be watching. That's just my opinion. Ratings there for a reason, people. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to start a single-player game. We may do some, online and actual co-op, all that sort of stuff down the track, but for now, we'll just stick with single-player. Now, I've spent maybe 15, 20 minutes in the game so far, just sort of messing around, seeing what's what. You already have a local game session. Would you like to continue or recreate? Warning, recreate will completely wipe your local play data. Yep, recreate. Okay. JesterArke LP1. And I'm gonna set that to 5 just because maybe later. PvP is disabled because screw you guys in PvP. I'll leave it at that, I suppose. Let's see, am I gonna have to blur this out? I'm not. Lovely. It's meh. Ain't seen nothing. Maximum nudity will be at none. Full is the previously mentioned wobbling in the wind. From what I understand, partial is waist up only, so obviously more of a thing with the female toons. And no is pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of cool. You can change all the XP and timers and all that sort of shit in the straight-up creation options. I'm not going to be messing with any of that at this point in time. I think that's good to go then. So let's host. Preparing character. This may take several minutes. Hopefully it won't. Several minutes would suck. And no. I think it took too long last time. Wonderful, there we go. Okay, character creation. We're going to go for a male character. Yeah, if we were to, do the nudity thing, he wouldn't be wearing his loincloth. So, with the race, we've got quite a few options. Hyborian, Sumerian, Stygian, Tribal Himalayan, Hyrcanian, Turanian, Khitan, Kashit. I'm going to go Nordheimer, personally, because I'm pasty and, ranged, but, whatever. Picked Shemite, Defari, anyway, yeah, lots. Nordheimer. Religion. Okay, we've only got 4 gods currently. As I said, there is more content to come. Crom, of course, who we all know and love. Then we've got Set, god of serpents and sacrifice. Yog, god of cannibals. If you want to see someone playing as Yog, go check out the Roleplay Gamer. Mitra, god of right and justice. I'm going to go Crom, because god who requires no worship. And who doesn't like, you know, a god that doesn't require a lot of upkeep.
The gods are watching.
The gods are watching.
The gods are watching. Death is coming. Death is coming. Yay!
Hey!
The gods are watching.
I think I want that one. Not a huge amount of difference between them, but, you know, whatevs. Okay, dude has got some serious eye baggage happening, not to mention those eyebrows. Now, there's not a huge number of options at this point in time. Will that change later? I have no freaking idea. What are we going to work? I think we'll... Let's see what we can do with that face. Just because of the nose. I have kind of a short little dumpy nose. Personally, I like to think of it as cute. Hair. So we've got a few options. Bald. Not too... Oh no, bald and stubble. Yeah, that's not so much me either. Nope. If the fringe was forwards, maybe. That's kind of cool, but... Yeah, nope. That's just rocking the He-Man there. I don't know, I suppose we'll go that one. We'll go the actual... Oh, that doesn't look too red, does it? Oh, I suppose it does when he's facing down. Eyebrows, yes, I have them. We'll lighten them up a bit compared to the hair. You'll notice here it says facial hair is actually grayed out. There's no facial hair options at this point in time, which is a bit of a bummer. What am I going to go for eyebrows? Maybe just them. Like, truth be told, I reference myself as being a ranger all the time, but I'm only a half ranger. Like, literally from here down is all red, except for all the white hair. But up here, I'm sort of more of a dirty blonde. But since we don't have beards, I'll put the red up here. Just cause. Yeah, facial hair. We has none yet. Which is a pity. Because I totally want to rock the facial hair. Cosmetics. Can't really do much with the lips. You can as the lady. Eyeshadow. I don't need the full-blown eyeshadow, but I do want to show that, you know, a little tired and worn. Yeah, I think that one will probably work. Jaw and chin. It's not really the width of the chin though, is it? I mean, it's more the depth. It's a pity because I do have a... Like, I do come down quite peaked in the chin. That'll do. Now, I've said this in games before. I don't necessarily go out of my way to try and make me, but I do want a character that I can relate to. Hence, you know, I'll go the red hair. I'll go a nose that is at least somewhat sort of resembling my own. Yeah. Little ears, because I got little ears. Although that's rocking the chopper almost, so let's just bring them out a little bit. Eyes. Well, I've got green eyes. We'll go for a lighter green than I usually, or than I actually have though. Oh, or will we? I guess we could just go more of a hazily. No, we'll go the dark green. I have quite small eyes, but I always have trouble getting placement and stuff right. It's a pity we can't change a bit more of the actual facial structure, like bring down the eyebrows, give him a bit more of a scowl. I'm not a overly smiley person, so I'll admit I'm bordering on short. Not quite as short as the earlier mentioned roleplay gamer, but that's, you know, neither here nor there. Physique. So, nudity. There's no nudity on this server, but this is where you could take a look and see what it would look like when you alter the endowment slider. Because, yes, it does make a difference. And as does the breast slider. I'll give myself, you know, little breasticles. I'm guessing physique. Like maybe stockiness and stuff will come into it later. I don't know. I'd like to make him quite broad because I am, you know, broad and short, somewhat dwarf looking. But yeah, since we're not, you know, doing anything with the nudity, it doesn't really matter where we leave this, so I'll just leave it there. Yeah. Here hangs JesterArke the Nordheimer, condemned to death and exile for crimes including mutilation of a guardsman, corrupting the youth. Damn it. Slave taking without a permit. Right. Not a slave, she totally wanted to. Any who remove this body, living or dead, from the cross will be flayed alive along with all members of their family. Bum, bum, bum. Much I remember, but much I've forgotten. I've been in a far land across misty voids and gulfs and unlit oceans. During the Year of the Cobra, a prisoner captured by unknown means was transported into the exiled lands. Crucified and left to die for crimes that they may or may not have committed, death comes swiftly on black wings. Until fate intervenes. Yeah, I totally didn't do that middle one, the thing with youths. Not my thing. Well... I'm thinking there should have been talking there. But... yeah. I know what it would have been. I turn the music down, as I do in all games. So... V to turn on our vanity view. Look at me all well muscled. And totally loinclothed so you can't see anything. Ha! Perverts. Interesting posture. Anyway. Yeah, as I always do in games, I turn the music down, E to pick stuff up, just so that I don't have to worry about, you know, you've breached copyright thingy-me-what's, it's for using somebody else's music even though it's in a game. But yeah, I've had that issue before. And a lot of the time they seem to put cut scenes into the music, which I think's stupid, but, you know, whatever. So at the moment we can only pick up stuff by hand, which we are, you know, doing. Ooh, something making noise. I would like to point out, no, you cannot punch trees and collect wood. That's not a thing in this. What do we got? A water skin? A letter.
Beaten, left to rot among the ruins of the past. There are others here, slaves, bandits and cannibals, exiles from lands I've never heard of. Some of them try to scrape a life from the wasteland, scrabbling in the rocks and sand for their own place. I cannot go on. The life that I left behind haunts me. The sun over the glittering spires of Belverus has forever denied me. The smell of my daughter's hair. I will pass the ghost fence, and this cursed land will finally end me. To whoever reads this note, I leave the last of my water and this message. Stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed you truly are.
Wow, that's a bit dark. Slightly ominous. Hopefully you guys heard that. I'll check it in, you know, post to see how it goes. Essentially, someone's dropped off the last of their water and gone that way to, you know, die. So... bring up our inventory. they left us a sealed water skin. I'm hoping we can refill that, actually. That would be cool. Handful of insects. Insects are a low-grade food source. We got plant fibers to make stuff, so we'll do that straight away. We can make a pair of pants. We'll make a pair of shoes. I think they're probably the two first things we're going to need. Some gloves. We will need a tunic, but we don't have enough cloth for that yet. And we've got a single level up. For me personally, I think I'm going to put the first one into survival. Survival is a measure of your ability to live in harsh conditions. It affects how easily you metabolize food. Okay. And shiny thing.
Behold, bonded one, the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
Okay, so that at least gives us a direction. Because all roads lead to the city. Got another level. We're going to put the next one into vitality, I think. Although, grit is stamina. Yeah, I think vitality. And we can go and learn recipes, so we can learn some more stuff to make. We've got Survivalist 1 and Weaver 1. Right. Can we just unlock things in any order, or is there like prerequisites? Yeah, prerequisites. Okay, so I guess Apprentice Craftsman, which will give us hatchet, fiber, bedroll, and twine. Nice. We can't make any of the tools just yet because we are lacking sticks. But there will be some coming up. Now, in the top you can see health, stamina, hydration, food, XP, and encumbrance. Now, all of these we can interact with, but basically they've been too mummified to be able to pull the weapons and stuff out. There we go, sticks. We don't want to spend too much time out here because we're a long way from anything even resembling water. Well, not a long way, but a bit of a ways. We are going to take a quick look around though. Right, we still will need a shirt. I'm going to assume, because I haven't made one yet, that things like the bedroll will be single use, maybe? What did I just get hurt on? No idea. We do need a lot of sticks, though. Got 11. As with any of these sorts of games, there is going to be, you know, some moderately slow, grindy things happening. But, I don't know. For me personally, you don't go into a game like this unless you're expecting it. And if you do, well, you're a bit of a twat. So, and not in a fun way. Okay, water is rapidly going down. We're under halfway now. We've got 25 sticks, so that should do us to begin with. We are going to be wrapping... Oh, keep picking them up as I go, obviously. We are going to be wrapping this up fairly soon. Like, this is just... really just a character creating introductory episode. Can we make the... No, not yet. Oh, you're kidding, we're just not quite enough. Okay, I am going to drink some of the water. All of the water, incidentally. Good to see that you don't lose your water skin. I was a bit worried about that, to be honest. And we will eat some of our bugs. They really aren't very filling, but it will stave off the hunger, at least for a while. Okay, we've got enough now, so let's make ourselves a shirt. So to make the twine, you make it out of plant fibers. We are going to craft a bunch of them up because I do know I'm going to need them. We can make the axe. Oh, sorry, the pick. And we can make the stone hatchet, so we'll queue all of that up now. What do we need for this? Twine, fibers, and more branches. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I still assume that the bedroll is going to be a single-use thing. Like, haven't made it yet, so I'm not 100% certain. But I'll make that assumption until it's proven otherwise, I guess. Yeah, it is a building, crafting game similar to what many of us have probably played and stuff before. Yeah, as I said, like, there are a lot of bugs in it, but at the end of the day, the game's literally just come out. And I don't know, I think a lot of the people giving the game a lot of heat need to keep that in mind. You signed up for early access. Get over it. There are a lot of games out there that have been out for a lot longer than this that are in considerably worse condition. Okay. Now I should be able to harvest, yeah. So obviously pickaxe works as you would expect, as does the axe. Axe does use your stamina up. You do have to pay attention to that or you will get yourself smushed. I think I mentioned at the start, I played for about 15 minutes and I kid you not, I died like 3 or 4 times. 2 of them were because I ran out of stamina, essentially. You gonna break? Maybe I need a better pick. Whatever. Beastie. Blah. Bye. Have fun storming the castle. Yeah. Maybe it's the wrong sort of tool. That could be a thing. Well, no idea. Okay, I can make the bedroll now, I believe. Yes, I can. Okay, just to round out this episode, let's go up here because there is a corpse. That was being munged on by the weird-ass big bat thing. I think we can interact with the actual corpse.
Gods curse this sandstorm. We were forced to take refuge before the wind scoured the skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the loose stones and rough plants that dot this place. I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the bite of the axe.
Well, there we go. I'm guessing that that was the beast in question. Well, on that note, guys, that's where we're going to finish off with this first little episode. So we've made our tune. We've sort of run around a bit scouring this area. Okay, our water is good, but our food is not. I'm probably going to spend a little bit of time here, not a huge amount, just sort of getting some more resources that I can just from this immediate area. As I said, there is no water nearby, so I don't want to stay here for too long. In the next episode, we're going to follow the road, like the shrine told us to, and stuff. But for the right now, this is JesterArke, and this is Conan Exiles. Please feel free to hit the buttons of appreciation and whatnot down the bottom. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to go check out Stephen's page, and if you do like what you see on either of our pages, remember to subscribe. Bye!